Like it or not, if you're looking for a job or a business opportunity or maybe a network connection, then LinkedIn is definitely going to be your friend. And in any case, LinkedIn is always the main website that is requested for by recruiters or perhaps business personalities who would like to connect with you within the same field. And so this video is quite crucial for anyone who might be looking for a job or maybe is looking for business connections. And so these are some tips that you could utilize for your LinkedIn profile to optimize it and make sure that you are ranking much higher and that your profile is quite easy to go through and find on LinkedIn. So I am not a LinkedIn guru, I must say. I keep on learning, I keep on seeing several changes that I ought to do on my own LinkedIn profile. So please make sure that you also do your own research. But this video is to give you a few tips and pointers that I have learned along the way, and so that you can be able to utilize them as well if you're looking for a job, whether it is within your own country or even abroad. So one of the tips that I will definitely mention is your profile picture. Your profile picture is a make or break on LinkedIn, believe me you. So your profile picture needs to, one, be very visible, and also needs to tell a story of who you want to be known as within the first impression. So when someone searches on LinkedIn and finds you, then you would need to have a profile picture that tells a story, perhaps a very official person, or maybe depending on the business that you're in, perhaps you're a creative and so on and so forth. So think about whom you want to be known as on LinkedIn and find a photo that actually matches that type of description. And then you can use websites such as Canva to make sure that that profile picture is well optimized and it's clear, has a very clear background. Obviously you're dressed correctly according to, whether it's a business or your job, so that you can be able to stand out when someone searches for you. So you can use websites such as Canva to ensure that you have the right measures of that photo and then be able to upload it on LinkedIn. So another thing that you definitely want to check out is your cover image. So this would be the banner that appears right behind your profile picture. And once again, this banner needs to be something that tells a story. It needs to be an image that tells a story about who exactly you are, whom you want to be known as on LinkedIn. And some people actually prefer to put in the banners of their employers. It's definitely up to you really what you want to be known for on LinkedIn. So go ahead and make sure that that banner tells the story of whether you're looking for a job, whether you want to be known for a certain business, whether you're a content creator. Then you can make sure that that banner actually tells the story. Now, another thing that perhaps should have been the first is going to your settings and ensuring that you put off the notifications to everybody, because LinkedIn, tells your business all out there. For real. So you want to put off the notifications when you're changing anything on your profile, so that not everybody is going to be notified that, you changed this and this and this, you experience etc. And so that you can be able to optimize your profile as you go, depending on what exactly you're looking for. Once again, whether it's a job, whether it's a business, or perhaps you're just doing content creation on LinkedIn, or you're looking for business connections as well. Now, another thing that is very, very crucial is to ensure that you optimize the public link of your LinkedIn. So in this case, once again, you're going to go to your settings and ensure that you can be able to edit your public link, and you can put in your name. And if you find that maybe that name has been taken, maybe you can put something closer to your name. And this is the link that you can utilize even for your CV, as well as maybe sending to an employer when they request for it, when you're doing a job application, and so on and so forth. So this is a very crucial thing to have, especially because it personalizes it and you are able to easily find that link whenever someone is asking for it for you. Now, another thing that you also need to ensure is to have a very good headline that says exactly who you are or what you want to be known for. In most cases, you will find that people have a diverse set of skills, and so what appears on your headline needs to be very punchy and very clear as to who you want to be known as. You could potentially put a few things on your headline, but it's important that the first one or two things that you put on your headline are the things that you really want to be known for on LinkedIn. And obviously you can be able to change this depending on what you're looking for at different points in time. So make sure that you put something punchy and something that is very clear to recruiters or maybe to business people or business connections that you might be targeting. One other thing that you definitely need to check out is on your settings, you need to toggle on your profile picture as well as maybe your experiences, your study experiences as well, and any other thing that you find that it should be relevant. And this is crucial because when someone searches for you, once again, they can be able to see your profile picture as well as, the experiences that you've had and maybe perhaps where you studied or anything else that is actually relevant towards your profile. Now, going on, you would need to also put in a description of whom you are. And I like to put descriptions here in first person so that, it's much relatable. And again, depending on what you're looking for or who you want to be known as on LinkedIn, then you should be able to rewrite your description in a very clear way and in short form sentences, because in most cases people don't read as much. Believe me, if it's a recruiter or if it is somebody who is looking for someone in business, they will perhaps read the first few lines. Maybe they're looking at this as on a mobile version, and so it's very crucial for you to make it as simple as possible so that you have the right punchy words and the right punchy sentences which can be able to be read both on a desktop as well as mobile much easily. And this will put you at an edge for your profile. So this is very crucial for you. Now, another thing that is also very important is the featured part of your LinkedIn profile. So the featured part of your LinkedIn profile tells a story of the most recent accomplishments that you might have had, and you can highlight this depending on the posts that you have actually been doing on LinkedIn, which is the next point definitely. And this featured section, usually you can toggle on and change as you go on over the years or over the days or over the months, so that it is relevant according to the time period that you are experiencing, whether maybe you're looking for businesses or you're doing content creation on LinkedIn, or maybe you're looking for a job as well. So make sure that this featured section tells the story of who exactly you want to be known. And this featured section obviously comes from the posts that you do, which is very crucial now to also make sure that you're also doing a few posts on LinkedIn. Why is it necessary to post on LinkedIn? It's because you would be able to showcase exactly who you are, what you're getting involved in at any one given point in time. Once again, you might be a person who is known for diverse set of skills, so you can also sift through and make sure that what you're posting is relevant towards your profile. It's relevant at whatever given point in time, once again, and you are able to also interact with posts from other people such that you're also growing your network in a certain way, where maybe you can comment on posts for people you possibly follow or people who are your friends or acquaintances on LinkedIn, and that way you are able to grow your network over time, and that is how you also even get business connections on LinkedIn. Now, another thing that is very crucial, obviously, is to have your experience set out on LinkedIn. So, in fact, what is important, obviously, is from the very recent one all the way to the very oldest one. And in some cases, it's very crucial to at least put, if you don't have that much of experience, in most cases, you'll find that it's important to put even your volunteer experiences at the very bottom, such that maybe if someone is looking for anyone in the field that you're in and they are requiring maybe like 5 years experience or maybe 10 years experience, and maybe some of it that you have might have been volunteer experience. So it's very important for you to list down your experience set according to the hierarchy within which those experiences occurred, such that it's very easy for you to be able to stand out in a search, a LinkedIn search, or by a recruiter or else. Now, another thing that's also important is where you studied. Some of it might not be as relevant, but in some cases could be very relevant, especially to put in on your headline, maybe the school where you studied. Why is it important? For example, if somebody went to study in Harvard, it would be something that could stand out among other colleagues that also went to Harvard, or perhaps a recruiter is looking for someone who actually went to Harvard, who has your similar profile, or is looking for someone who went to Harvard and is doing a certain type of business. So this is very important for you to put in your school, depending on where you went to school and whether it's relevant. For instance, I came from Kenyatta University and I also studied in the University of Porto. And so in most cases, if, for example, I'm looking to connect with colleagues who are in Kenyatta University, then I would put this on the headline saying that I'm from Kenyatta University, such that if someone is looking for colleagues, then they can easily be able to find me. Now, another thing that is also very crucial is to have your recommendations, whether those are given or those that you received. Then this section is important, especially if you are looking for business and maybe someone is looking to see whether you have been recommended by anyone who's worked with you before, or even if it's a job, they're looking to see whether you've been recommended by maybe previous colleagues or previous employers. And this would be a relevant section for you towards your search, whatever it is that you're searching for on LinkedIn. Now, there's so much that I would want to teach you. However, I think I'm going to do maybe a longer masterclass or a longer video on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Let me say here that I am not a guru. However, I have learned quite a lot over the years and have optimized my profile depending on what I'm looking for at any one given point in time. And I've grown my LinkedIn to a certain extent. Of course, sometimes I don't have that much time to also post on my LinkedIn or change a few things. But it is about time for you to go ahead and take LinkedIn seriously. I know there's a lot that has been touted out there that maybe LinkedIn is not as important, but let me tell you, it's important, especially depending on what exactly that you want to be doing at any one given point in time. Again, it is just like any other social media platform where employers, business people, several other connections might be on to look for business, to look for potential candidates for jobs, and you will always be asked about your LinkedIn profile in almost all cases if you're looking for whatever the connections that you're looking for. So I do hope that this little video has given you a glimpse or given you that aha moment to start going ahead and optimizing your LinkedIn profile. So please leave any questions that you might be having, and I will consider doing a longer video if I see that more people are interested in this, and so that you can be able to stand out as well. I know you possibly might have heard of some of these tips that I have given on this video, but then again, you possibly also might not have heard of it, or maybe someone else that you know might be helped within these tips. So please go ahead and share it, like this video, keep subscribed, and until next time, bye.